Hey everyone, welcome to the Men of Doozy podcast.
Ooh, you're probably thinking, why the word doozy? What does that even mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that's extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
We are not that, but with a little hard work, we can be.
So this is a podcast where we give you all the tools you need to become successful in life.
And the best part is we're going to learn how to be successful ourselves while we teach you how to be successful yourself.
Yeah, I'm Alex, don't need to stretch so much, stop.
I'm Matthew, 32 miles in a row, McLachlan.
I'm Andrew. I'm so in danger of dehydration, Goebel.
Andrew Dehydration Goebel is a good
It's
name.
a great name.
That's a good one. Today we're going to learn how to run a marathon.
Yeah.
Okay? Today's episode is also sponsored by BotticelliFoods.com. Use the promo code Doozy at checkout for 10% off. Because when you're running a marathon,
Nothing's better than marinara sauce.
you need some marinara.
Make sure you got to
sauce.
carb up, though.
Yes.
You got to carb up.
You got a car.
You got to carb up, so you're gonna
Yeah.
need some Botticelli foods, and you know what they also have? They also got coffee now, so you're gonna need that to fuel you. Has anyone ever run a marathon?
No.
Didn't think so.
No.
Yeah, obviously not.
What's the definition of a marathon, though? You know
I think
what
it's
There's a
24,
literal
I think it's
definition of a marathon.
24.2 miles.
I mean, I've done things for an extended period of time that could be a marathon.
What are you talking
Like
about right now?
what?
Like what?
Sleeping, drinking, eating.
Oh, no. What are we talking about? Hold on. Hold on.
Kind of marathon.
Drinking? Yeah, I'm a pro. I'm a professional.
Yeah, we got medals for that, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
A
That's
marathon.
not what we're talking about.
A marathon is running 26.2 miles.
I was wrong by 2
That's
miles.
crazy. How far can you guys run now?
Are we talking consistently, like in one go?
Yeah.
Well, what's the furthest we have run at one time?
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, if we're including like just me moving, like, and because I'm a big dude, I actually don't run consistently very far, but like I'll keep a jog and going. I do about the farthest I've been is a 5K or a little bit over, so like that's 3.5-ish miles.
Is a jog a run?
I don't know. I mean,
I
I'm-
think it's part of it.
I think
It is. Yeah. Part of it. Yeah. it's
You're
right
moving. You're not walking.
I'm not walking.
Right.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
What'd you say? How far?
Like 3.5 miles, like a
Fuck
5K.
But you walk like 10 miles a day sometimes.
I try. Yeah, I try and move a lot more than that, but it's, I'm a big dude. It's tough. There's a lot of gravity working this way.
How about you? How about you?
Back in the day, peak, I don't know, like 4 miles.
Hell yeah, that's actually fucking good.
That was back in the day. Probably before I started drinking.
So when you were a child.
So what now?
When I was a child. Now I can run a mile and then I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had never run any race ever before, and then my girlfriend at the time, her family did those bullshit like firecracker 5 mile like on 4th of July or like a turkey trot, and you're like,
so they were terrible people.
they were awful people.
Oh, God,
And
okay.
I was like, and I go, they're like, you do this every
Yeah, what a
year,
fucking nightmare.
and they're like, yeah, and they're like, on 4th of July you run how many miles? They're like 5.
Oh, God,
I go,
what a fucking idiot.
okay, I mean, I'll do it, so I'm not looked at like a bitch. And I did, and I beat them all. So I ran 5 miles, and I was just like naturally fast.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
I've always been naturally fast. Even when I was a fat kid, people would like chase me or something. They're like, "You're fast." I'm like, "Yeah,
Well, you were fat.
I fats."
You need pictures of you when you're fat?
I was chubby. Yeah, I do.
Can we see?
I kind of want to see it. I've never actually
wanna
seen.
see
I've
it.
never actually seen.
I'll
Big
find them.
Man.
I don't know where. Yeah, I got to look them up, but I can get them for you.
It's all right. Jose will throw it up there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, there you go.
And now
Jose,
you know why
can
I'm not
we
throwing
have
up.
a fat photo of him up the entire
That'd be
episode?
great.
Thanks
great.
so
Or
much.
anytime you zoom in on his close-up, just put up the fat picture, please.
Anytime I talk about any exercising ever, just next to me, it's just me with the 7 shins I have, and that'll be great. Yeah. So like 5.
Jose used to put up every he would take a picture of me and stretch it out as far as possible every time I talked.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
He's a lovable character.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
5 miles, I guess, is the answer.
That's crazy. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I could not even imagine. No.
I think I've gone far. Yeah, that's that race. I don't know. I can't. I'm sure I've done more, but I've walked like 15 miles in a day or something.
Oh yeah. You and I have walked the West Side. Like
all of Manhattan. We've walked all of Manhattan.
Like it's
pretty
been
much.
close. Yeah. So it's a great
Do you
time.
guys want to run a marathon now?
No.
I would love to be able to, but would I? No. I would love to do a half marathon.
I would love to talk about running a marathon because they seem to talk
Oh.
about that a lot. They love being like
Talking about it is
it's a thing. The only person I've met who's impressive with marathons was a manager I used to have. He was this British guy, and on his calf, he would get a tattoo when he finished a marathon, and he was making like a web of different routes. That's pretty dope.
That's cool.
That was pretty awesome. I was like, all right,
who
man.
hurt him though?
Oh,
You know?
for sure. Probably his parents. Like,
yeah,
honestly.
they probably beat him. They're like, you can't get away from us. He's like, I'll show you.
I'll show you. I'm gonna run
26.2 miles often.
And
This is the route I took to get away from my mom. This is the route I took to get away from my dad.
This is my
Yeah.
stepbrother.
This is the marathon I did to get away from my uncle.
Just want to get away from myself.
Yeah, he would.
I mean, how much calf space do you have, though?
I mean, no, it
Depends on how many miles he runs.
It was like a web of different routes. It was very cool. Like when he did the New York Marathon, he would draw the New York Marathon. When it was the London, he would draw the London one.
Okay, that's weird. It's like getting like the subway map on
Kind
your
of.
foot. Okay,
Would you not get the subway on
I
your
wouldn't.
entire back?
No. Oh.
Okay.
Well, now you're talking.
yeah,
And the answer's still no.
the answer's still. I'm thinking.
If
about
it's
it.
my entire back, yes.
There you go.
If it's something small, people are like, "What is that? Is it cancer? What is that?"
Why would that be the first thing they thought it was?
Because I have that tattoo. Let's get into
Let's get into these tips.
everybody.
Number 8, huh?
Yeah, number 8.
Okay.
Look, if you're trying to run a marathon,
We are the people you should listen
You
to.
gotta listen to us, dude.
you should
You
be
gotta listen to us,
listening
dude.
to.
Do you realize?
You have to
do you
listen to
realize
us.
together?
Yeah,
We have ran.
Not a
we
marathon.
have ran less than a marathon before.
We have run less than half a marathon
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah,
With our powers combined, we have run less than 10 miles.
yes.
All right, you guys. Hey, guys. Tip number 8: start training early, like really early. Training for a marathon is more than just jogging miles. It's about slowly transforming your body into a distance machine. Give yourself 16 to 20 weeks minimum, gradually increasing your weekly mileage no more than 10% a week. Build up long runs on weekends and include rest days, and cut back weeks to avoid burnout or injury. Remember, consistency beats intensity. Your knees will thank you later.
It's just so many.
I have not spent 16 or 20 weeks doing anything
nothing.
in my life.
Yeah.
Probably playing Baldur's Gate.
I mean, I have over 1,500 hours in Baldur's Gate. So if Baldur's Gate was
1,500 hours?
yeah, I'm here to talk about what I'm a professional in, which is marathoning. But if we're going to talk about other passion, it's video games. And
Oh my God.
Right.
Man, only if you
Those
could...
thumbs have been running marathons.
You said that like it was sexual. And you looked me dead in the eyes when you said it, too. Those
Thumbathons.
Don't call them thumbathons.
I did not like that. I
I don't
almost
like
spit
that
up
at
my drink.
all.
Thumbathons.
You know how far long your thumbs can run? You know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
Yeah, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Fun run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
no,
like the
that's
16 to 20 weeks. Can we like shorten that?
I mean, you can try
That's
it.
like
You'll-
3 years.
You know what? You know what? You know what pisses
I'm
me
doing
off?
the math on that.
It's
about 3 years.
Here's the thing. You know what pisses me
That's
off?
like 16 dog years at least.
I have seen several videos of people online being like, my boyfriend does a marathon without training. And whenever I see this, I'm like, who is
Cool.
this? Who is this for?
You won the
fucking-
genetic lottery.
you
Awesome.
fucking
That's
goon.
great. And you're
Yeah.
smoking hot, probably. Like all of you. And you're just like, Mike, cool, whatever.
I hate it.
I like try to do any exercise at all, and I'm like wheezing by the end. I was like, I got to do this for how many weeks?
Yeah. 16.
3 more years worth?
3 more
16
years.
weeks? Can't do it.
Yeah. Why? I guess it's.
I think it's just people
Fun
who
thing
hate
to do.
themselves.
As the one who did these tips, I'm going to tell you right now, we don't answer that question.
No.
You have to have your own reason, which is usually pretty
Sad.
dumb. Like, okay, but also, there is a part of me where every time I see a video where someone's like, this person ran across the country for their mom. I'm like,
Yeah, sure, I've seen Forrest
does
Gump
she?
before you
Yeah,
dumb
does
idiot.
she want that?
Did she know?
Did
yeah.
she?
She's
Are
probably
you
like,
sure?
Stop! Come back home. And you're
I
like,
could have bought you a flight.
I could have bought you a flight with my health insurance
You
because I'm
wasted
dying.
so much time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just got here,
and
On
not
a flight.
ran, you would have not seen. You would have been there before your mom passed away.
Yeah. And that's why he
And
runs.
let that be a lesson to you.
Don't run a marathon to see your dead mom.
Yeah. If your mom's on her deathbed and you're
Don't
like,
run.
and you're
Don't
like,
run.
Don't run.
Except to her.
Fly.
Fly to your mom.
Right.
This episode is sponsored by Delta Airlines. We're so anti.
Partnered with Spirit Airlines.
Partnered with Spirit
We'll
and
get
Delta
you there
Airlines.
eventually.
Maybe.
We'll get you there
Maybe.
before your mom dies.
Maybe.
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 Maybe. I want to do a marathon just so people could be like, stop ran a marathon?
I'm not gonna lie.
Bullshit. Yeah.
You know what would be really funny?
Yeah.
Is if you did train, you did the whole bit.
Yeah.
And we're out and about and we're like, well, it's the New York Marathon. It's gonna be like busy, but we can go get brunch. And you're like, yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
And then right when brunch like gets down, you're like, oh, it's about to start. Hold on, guys. And you get up and you just go.
That's what I would
And
do.
you did, and we're like, what is he doing? And then you see like you, and then
Yeah, you take your
get
your
an
hoodie
alert.
off and you have a number like
You
you're fully
get
registered.
an alert that you're like, wait, Stop wants me to follow him on the track. Wait, this guy has not stopped, and we just like go find you, and you're like on mile 19, and we're like, I believe in him.
Yeah.
I would do that. We'd make.
You'd watch me?
I would go by mile 12. I'd be convinced that you're actually once we get past the half marathon, like 13.1.
Yeah.
I would be convinced like he's gonna do it. He's stubborn enough.
Yeah.
I would go to CVS and buy some like board to like make a sign by the end for you. I would be full in for you.
And then you're at the finish line and like you're watching the tracker and like some dog shows up and I like put the collar around him.
And you show up
And I show up behind you guys. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Are you eating the brunch that you left?
I'm like, fuck. Yeah.
yeah,
Fuck,
cool.
fuck.
That's great.
Fuck.
All right, next tip.
Strap it to one of like the wheelchairs that the guy put.
He's like,
What?
You know when people run a marathon, they push their, sibling that can't run the marathon?
their dead mom that they're putting in a wheeled casket.
No, like
Yeah.
when like you have like a disabled brother or something, like you push him the entire marathon. And it's like the whole thing behind his
I've
face.
never seen
I would
this.
put my
Please don't
marker tracker
please don't
on the
cancel us.
wheel
I'm so sorry.
and be
Please.
like, I'm booking it. Cut on the subway.
The
jump
brother's
back
having
in.
a good time.
Yeah.
You might not be.
Stop. Why aren't you sweating? Oh, I've been training, for 16, 20
for
weeks.
30 years.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm on the wheel.
I would cheat it. All right. Number 7, follow-up plan, not a vibe. Even if you're casually a wing it type of marathoner, this is not the time to go rogue. Find a reputable training plan based on your level, beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and stick to it. A solid plan balances long runs, easy miles, speed work, and cross training. Listen to your body, right? Is it like, let's do this? Or is it like, don't do this?
My body consistently says, don't do this.
Yeah.
In
Don't do
that
this.
voice,
Do this.
actually.
It's valid, but only run when inspired. Won't carry you to the finish line.
So you got to find a middle ground. Like, yeah, sure, listen to your body. That's good. But you also can't just like, when I want to do it. Consistency's key. So you gotta get up, do
true.
it. All 3 years worth of training. Get out there. You got to do it.
That's
16
more
weeks.
me. I'll be like, I'm gonna run today, and I'll walk down the stairs to go run. And I'm like, no,
Dude.
no.
You're like,
back
that
to
was-
Baldur's Gate.
You're like, that was 7.
Down by the river. Am I right, you guys?
You're like, that was like about 7 miles down to the
Yeah.
to the mailbox, right?
One step each.
Okay, tip number 6. You got to invest in proper running shoes. Running in the wrong shoes can lead to blisters, ew, shin splints, ouch, or worse, bleh, dead. Head to a local running store where they can analyze your gait and recommend shoes that suit your feet and stride. You'll be pounding pavement for hundreds of miles.
Crazy.
So your knees, ankles, and lower back deserve the best support you can give them. Bonus, good shoes also make you feel like a real runner because you are.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was nice.
Inspirational and annoying. So,
Yeah,
there you
the
go.
best, which is what every marathon runner is. So the day of the New York Marathon, I'm like,
Fuck all
fucking,
of you.
I'm proud of you, but
I hate
you get it.
You get it.
Yeah, there was. And this is a true story. There was. I was in the runners club in high school.
Okay.
For no reason whatsoever.
You were.
I was. I didn't know what I was doing, and I ran maybe the first day. They ran like 6 miles or some shit, and for like fun. They were having a blast. I was like, this is dumb. I shouldn't have done this. I got like the shin splints, blisters, and worse. And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. What's going on? I went to the doctor, right, with my dad, and the doctor was like, you're just a little bad. I was like, I was running and I don't know what happened. He's like, well, when's the last time you ran, fat fuck? And I was like,
terrible
doctor?
bedside manner.
That's literally what it was. He was like, have you tried running at all recently?
You stupid idiot.
That's literally what it was.
He's just like, fucking
That's literally what it was. And then on the drive home, the doctor, I was like, so it hurts to run because I don't run? And my dad's like,
went, yeah,
get
you
out
piece
of
of
the
shit,
car
dude.
and run home.
And run next to the car.
And the doctor was 26.4 miles away.
Running is pain. Push through it.
Yeah. Did you ever run again?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Tip number 5, don't skip fueling practice. Marathon running isn't just about legs. It's about digestion, too. Practice fueling during your long runs with the same gels, chews, drinks, and snacks you plan to use on the race day. Your gut needs to be trained just like your muscles. Forget to fuel and you might hit the dreaded wall. The moment your body goes full shutdown mode. Trust us, it's better to eat too early than too late.
I'm going to do that in regular life. I'm just going to eat cheeseburgers, walking through life, be like, I'm
practicing for the marathon.
Yeah, sometimes I eat too early and too late, and my body shuts down.
It's where you met back on the other
That's
side.
nothing to do with marathon.
Your body's
body's
like, you should probably run.
yeah.
You should probably run.
You should probably get running.
Yeah,
and it's like I'm fueling. I'm practicing fueling. I'm sorry, you don't get it.
Yeah, I'm consistently bulking.
The cut will come.
The cut's coming.
You do it great.
The cut's coming.
It's gonna be great.
We're crushing it. Yeah, the cut's coming.
The cut's gonna be great.
The cut's gonna be great. I'm gonna run a marathon.
Yeah. Those people that are like, oh yeah, they like eat and they drink while they run and they pee themselves. And what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna get to the piss. Don't worry.
Fantastic. But before we do, let's take a little break.
We're gonna get to the piss? Is what you just said?
Cool.
Yeah.
So let's get to that break, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll talk about pee later. Weird.
I know you're worried about it, but we'll talk about piss later.
Yeah. We're going to talk about piss later. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Andrew, piss is coming.
Why is this Game of Thrones about piss?
Piss is coming.
Piss is coming.
Cum is pissing. Okay, we got to get to this break. Sorry.
Cum is pissing.
Coming is pissing.
Piss is coming.
Coming is piss.
Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Hey everyone, are you tired of buying expensive, low-quality foods? I know I am, and that's why it's time to discover the authentic taste of Italy with Botticelli Foods.
They're a family-owned brand that delivers farm-to-table products straight to your dinner table. Experience the rich flavors of the Italian cuisine, which has been passed from generation to generation.
If you go to BotticelliFoods.com right now and enter the promo code Doozy, that's DOOZY, you can get 10% off all Botticelli food products.
We're talking every kind of sauce you can think of, olive oils, balsamic. They have a coffee now. We're getting coffee. We're going to show you all the different coffees that they got.
Hell
and
yeah.
many, many more flavorful products.
And remember, Botticelli foods are extraordinary and outstanding, just like them men of Doozy.
Buy Botticelli's right now.
We now go to our favorite segment during the break, checking in with Jose. Jose, have you ever run a marathon?
Have you ever run in general, or
are you just like sitting there
playing Baldur's
editing
Gate?
This podcast your
And you're
entire
like,
life?
I'm not moving at all.
Right. Let us know.
Oh!
Hey!
It's going good actually. I'm training right now.
He just ran here.
I just ran here from LA. All right, I'll see you later.
Bye, dude.
God, bye, dude.
Wow.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jesus. It's good.
Jesus.
Carb
All
up.
right, wow.
Jesus Christ.
There he
Wow,
goes.
there he goes.
He's still running.
Wow.
He hasn't stopped.
You know, he could have just taken a flight.
Yeah.
Hey.
He's got, his mom is
Passing
About
away.
to die.
not doing well.
What the fuck back to these?
He's a regular
goddamn
Forrest Gump, this one, huh?
Oh, my
All right.
God.
We'll see you back on the field, on the track, on the street.
So do you know the history behind marathon and why it is?
No, and I'm dying to know.
No, you actually are dying to know because the guy who first ran it died.
Really?
The guy, he ran from Greece, or I believe from Marathon to Greece, and it was 20, that's why it's 26.2 miles. It makes no sense, the mileage. That's the distance between Greece and Marathon. And the guy ran to let them know, like, some invading shit was happening. And he's like, it's happening. And he fell down dead.
Was his name Mario Marathon?
No.
Martin Marathon?
It's Mark Maron.
It was Mark Maron. It was Mark Maron. Hey, I'm funny, I guess. Podcast. Yeah, he died. So that's why. So everyone then went, I want to. They're like, yeah. And so he fell down fucking dead afterwards. And now everyone does that for their.
Well, can you imagine what his time must have been?
It must have been really
must have been
good.
Fucking so good.
Should I Google that to see what
See what his time was? I mean,
legendary first marathon runner who died is said to be. Oh, Jesus. I want you to say this name.
That's his name? The first legendary marathoner who coined the marathon per his death was Phidippides. 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 Then why are you saying?
I think it's.
Why are you correct?
It's Phidippides.
That's even better than I thought it was gonna be.
it's both of these.
It's Bophides.
Is that Phidippides?
Oh shit, he's running fast, dude.
How long has he been running?
It usually takes
How long he be running?
It usually takes people 7 days to get here from it. That's crazy. Hey, oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, Phidippides.
To announce the Greek victor, cause of death. Yeah.
Why was
collapsed
he- why-
and died of exhaustion after delivering the message. That,
Yeah, but what was his time?
What was
I'm
the
looking.
message?
I'm looking.
That it was they won the battle and then
To
he
announce the
died.
Greek victory.
We
yes.
won!
Like, dude, just yell it to someone further down the road
Hey,
and tell
you
them to
idiot,
go.
dude.
Look,
I mean, what's
they
the-
won, but he lost.
His
But
life.
maybe he. But he won the legend of marathon, and
that
I
he'll
don't.
never know because he's dead.
We don't have the actual time, but I bet it fucking.
Better fucking
slapped, dude.
ripped.
It was
He won
great.
25, ran 25 miles?
They said it was around 25 miles.
Could
Yeah.
have just flown. Number 4, everybody. Rest and tapering. Tapering? Tapering. Rest and tapering are part of the plan. I bet Philippides didn't know that. As race day approaches, your mileage should decrease. This is called tapering. It's not slagging up. Tapering?
Tapering.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
you
guys,
stopped.
you guys looked at me like I was
No,
saying
you
the
just
wrong
stopped
thing.
yourself.
It's not slacking off. It's giving your body time to recover, rebuild, and question life. The store energy, that you can peak on a race day. You may feel twitchy or tempted to just quit and give up, or to sneak in one more hard run, but don't. Trust the taper. Your legs will feel fresher, your mind sharper, and your performance better.
I think I'm just in a constant taper.
Yeah, me too.
I'm ready to just like
I'm
relax.
a constant. Yeah, I'm a
The
constant.
run will come, but I'm in a taper.
I'm a constant tapering bulk, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Philippides said,
There's an L in one.
He's dead now.
Yeah, he's dead.
now, so
what year was this?
It was
15 BC?
It was 490 BC.
wow, dude, what an idiot.
So they've been running for like 2,500 years because of someone died. That's cool. Yeah, so you got to pull back before you bust. You know what I mean? Before you bust the run, you got to pull back.
You gotta pull back.
You got to pull back. You got to
You
taper.
got to edge yourself to the
Yes,
run.
that's what I'm going to tell ladies from now on. They're like, "Why are you slowing? I'm tapering.
I'm tapering.
Oh, I'm tapering. I'm tapering." And they're like, "What?" Oh, you obviously don't run.
Oh, I'm fitting to taper.
I'm finna taper. I won!
Did you finish? No.
No.
Yeah, I fill up Adidas all over you, dude.
I'm mid-taper.
I'm mid.
Sorry, no, I'm tapering.
Yeah.
Adidas. Look. The guy who, 2,500 years
Yeah,
ago.
you're right.
Marathon. You understand. You read a
figure
book.
Was that the guy that...
It was.
It was.
You should have tapered.
Should have tapered.
Good job.
Yo.
Hey, tip number 3. No race day logistics inside and out. Nothing adds stress like not knowing where to go or when. Before the race, study the course map, know your bib pickup location, your start time, your corral placement, bag drop off, and bathroom stops. Coordinate with supporters if you have them. The more you plan ahead, the more brain power you can save for running, not scrambling. So bathroom stops is a weird thing for me. There's no way most of these people aren't just pissing themselves.
Yeah, you're running for like 6 hours. You gotta shit. And then you run up and you're like, ah! And then you run, keep running.
I do want to make it clear. I think marathon runners are a lot faster than 6 hours. I think an average marathon runner is like maybe sub 3 hours. Like I'm talking real runners.
Well, we're talking about like that's if you're going like 7-minute miles.
It's 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours, like an average. Yeah, so
but most people, that's like you're going like 5 to 6 sometimes. We're not
How
talking
fast
the point
did,
is we are-
the Philippides do?
We don't know.
we don't know because he's dead.
No one was like,
And time.
That guy's running fast. We should probably time him with our grains of
"And
sand.
time, he's dead.
He's dead. He's dead.
Well, they didn't have stopwatches in 40 BC.
Didn't they?
There's a lot.
Didn't they?
They had grains of sand. They're like, oh man,
Oh,
about
Jesus.
7 grains.
I'm sure there was Baldur's Gate.
There, you're goddamn right there was.
So there's no way people aren't just pissing themselves when they run.
mean, they
right?
have to.
There's pee.
There's piss.
There's piss.
There's
By the
piss in
end,
there.
people are like, look at all this sweat on the ground.
That's
That's
piss.
piss, dude.
That's piss.
Right? It's
That's
gotta
piss,
be.
dude.
If I have to pee really bad, and I'm running and I'm running and I'm running,
As you do. Yeah.
as I've done, and I'm like, I gotta pee. There's not a place to pee, but like it's wall to wall people, like spectators, right? And there's no clear porta potty in sight. I'm peeing.
But are you gonna just go all in one go?
It's
Because
Or
gonna-
are you gonna taper?
are you gonna taper the piss?
I'm gonna,
tape it.
because
I'm
people
gonna
want to see it pouring out of your knees.
I'm gonna pee. It's gonna be splashing out of my knees,
and they're gonna, that guy's pissing.
and it's gonna be, and I'm gonna be moving so fast.
It's gonna hit you in the eye.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna hit
blow up into the person behind me,
And you.
and he's gonna be like,
So you're gonna
piss wind.
hold on. You're gonna turn
Piss
you're gonna
wind.
turn a marathon into fucking Mario Kart, but with piss.
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
I love this,
Dude,
Yeah.
it's
I'm back on board with
it's
Yeah.
dog cart
marathons.
with piss.
Stop cart
Yeah.
with piss.
yeah.
I think this is great. Tip number 2: pace yourself like a pro. Marathon excitement is real, and many runners make the mistake of starting too fast. But marathon, it's a long game. The first 10K should feel almost too easy. Hold back. If you pace smart, you'll be the one passing people at mile 22 instead of dragging your legs at the end. Trust your training. Run negative splits, going faster in the second half of the race, and let your energy build.
Okay, so you gotta slow and steady.
Wins
Gotta
the
build- you
race.
gotta
is-
slowly build,
is-
and then in the back, and then the back half of the game, then you gotta.
So
then
you're
you gotta,
reverse tapering.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you gotta build, and then you gotta build, and then you piss.
You taper it, then you release.
Okay, so taper into the piss, and then you take off.
Right.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean that, but just like people love this shit.
they do.
Yeah.
They are what we in the biz call psychopaths.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
I was actually going to ask this question. Did you enjoy the runs that you did?
I've never enjoyed a movement thing I've done my entire life.
I'm with you, brother.
I hate lifting up to adjust the mic.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is if like 0 was not moving and 100 was running, that's maybe a 5. which is great. Oh, ouch. 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 Gotta taper off that
And
pull,
I'm
dog.
spent.
I'm spent.
I'm spent.
Like, I don't.
It's just tough.
I
just
enjoy
tough.
walking.
No one knows what we go
But
through.
the running, what does that mean? Tell me exactly what that means.
And then I have to lean forward and click the thing.
Even that seemed painful. You were like,
Like I heard a rib move when you did that. I remember running with this awful family, and her younger brother was so like, I cannot believe Matt's gonna run, and I'm telling you, right, like since I was a little kid, I would run, and I was every time I did PE, I was always really fast. I didn't want to be, so I got fat, and so
What a burden.
dude, it was, and so I'm like, I'm going to beat you all. Like I'm not wanting to. So he just out the gate zooms past me and kind of does this, and he goes, and I was like, okay, dude.
See you in the second half.
See it in the second.
Yeah.
Not even a mile later, he's like, he's like, almost like tripping over himself, and I go by him. I just hear like, and I'm just like, see ya, and I'm just same pace. Then like 5 minutes later, he saw me and just comes zooming past, and I'm like wobbly, shaky legs, and then 30 seconds later, he's over the side like gagging, like. I'm like, my man, I don't know what you got to prove.
it sounds like you're dating the family from Get Out.
Yeah,
Like
it kind of was.
That
yeah.
brother seems to have the same energy as that fucking brother.
Yeah, it wasn't
What a
great.
nightmare
They were
person.
probably racist too. Last tip.
We did it. We did
I mean,
it.
they are. They're chompers, but yeah.
Well,
Tip number 1. It's mental as much as physical.
You wanna?
It's a mental. As in the word of Philippines, we
Mario Philippines.
Philippines. It's mental as much as physics.
Okay.
Okay, physical.
Would you say-
Marathon day will challenge you. See, it's so exhausting. You just read the tips, dude. Like, stop making
It's
me
like 10 miles.
fucking-
It took me 16 weeks to read this.
Dude, it took me 16 to 20 weeks just to fucking read the tips.
We know.
We
Matt
know,
and I
dude.
have been
We're
sitting here
for
all
3 years.
weeks.
And I gotta click this just so the screensaver doesn't come on because I can't change that. And
You
like,
literally can. It's in settings.
not on my work
Not-
computer. It's mental as much.
Also, yes.
Also, yes.
I'll show you I can. The security thing.
That takes so much more effort than just reading the fucking tip.
Please stop. I'm exhausted. It's mental as much as physical. Marathon day will challenge you, not just physically, but emotionally.
Like this.
Your brain will tell you to quit. Doubt will creep in. But you can train your mindset too. Visualize finishing, break the race into smaller chunks. Visualize finishing, have a mantra, smile at the crowd, visualize finishing. High five a kid, visualize finishing. Remind yourself why you're doing this. Visualize finishing one more time because you can and because you did the work, finally finish.
Because you visualized it.
Because you visualized it.
Visualized it.
It's a visual game, and even that's tough. Like,
It's a lot of
that's
work to
fucking
Just say
exhausting.
marathoning is a visual game.
It is. You gotta think about it. You gotta think about doing it. It's rough.
Jesus.
You know what's really
Christ.
funny
rough.
is there are marathoners who are literally blind, which so it is actually not a visual game at all.
I wonder what their time is.
I mean,
Pretty
probably good. Sir, we have been sitting on a couch getting winded. I don't think we need to like.
I'm winded.
This podcast is a visual game.
See, I gotta look at the cameras.
Oh my god! You want me to find out?
Exhausting.
You want me to find out? Maybe I shouldn't find out the fastest blind marathoner.
Yeah.
Could be kind of cool. We're just gonna let you Google in silence.
that?
Holy fuck!
What? What's up, man?
Yeah.
Remember the average time?
Yeah, like 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
What is the fastest time for a blind marathoner? Which means they're tethered to someone else who's running, so they're not being dragged or anything. They're running.
Well, are they? It's hard when you're like running with thousands of people around you with a stick.
And then you
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
Was there a rope?
No,
How did he do it?
They were tethered to someone else who was
Please
running.
don't cancel.
They were
us,
tethered
the
to someone else?
internet.
Yeah. So that person. It was in.
Imagine that rope just breaking.
I don't want
I
to.
don't want to.
Think about it.
And then they're
No.
like, and they never stopped running, and we never saw them again, and they never saw anything.
It's impressive. I didn't run the marathon. The blind guy did.
It was a woman named Andrea Ciona in Rome. Oh, blind women can't what I do.
This last minute, we will never recover. This is the end of the podcast. Straight up, this is it.
Rubbing your eyes really puts a sting in the.
How the blind woman.
Average was 4 hours and about 25, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Andrea ran in 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
2 hours, 31 minutes, and 59 seconds.
Did she know she was running a marathon?
She just heard a gunshot. She's like, ah! And she didn't stop running for damn near 3 hours. Like, give credit where credit's due. 31 minutes and 59 seconds. Wow. And we're like, Andrea! And we finally caught her, and no one could keep up.
Wow. It must be.
Go ahead.
It must be really frustrating when you're blind and you have to go to the bathroom.
Why would that be
You
frustrating?
don't know where to. Like, you don't know where to go to the bathroom.
So what do you think they do? Where do I shit?
I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and then people are like, why are you shouting?
Yeah.
You're running.
Jose, just cut out the last 25 minutes of this.
Honestly, if we could, that'd be really great for all of our shows.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
backtracking,
just don't get us canceled, Jose, before we...
backtracking to the more important thing. Do you guys want to try and guess the fastest recorded marathon
I just
time?
looked it up right when you said. I didn't know you were looking up. I just looked it up.
Okay, well then you. Do you want to take a stab? Would you think the fastest marathon time
Yeah,
is?
what was her name?
Why am I involved? Why'd you hurt me?
Why'd you slap him? I also give you a hint. It's not.
It's not.
Wait, let's redo that.
Don't redo it. Just keep moving on. He's gonna hit me harder.
What's his name?
Okay, the fastest. The fastest marathon.
Marathon?
Marathon. The fastest marathon.
The fastest marathon.
Was set by Kelvin Kipton.
Okay.
2 hours and 35 seconds.
That's insane.
That is.
I can barely.
Yeah.
What? Do we have footage?
Yeah, I mean, there's video here. Yeah, for sure. He's.
It takes me
300
long-
BC. What
It
is
takes me
No, it was in
longer
the,
than
it was in the
that.
Chicago Marathon in 2023.
It takes me longer than that to get out of bed.
2023? 2 hours?
Yeah, 2 hours.
And he was like back at his hotel, like
Yeah, he was already done. He was fully napping when other people were finishing.
How do we have footage? I want to see that.
Yeah, there's a lot of footage. It's all here. Yeah,
dude, it's 2023. They didn't have footage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you want us to video us showing you footage? Do you want us to take time out of the podcast when we're at 40
Yeah,
minutes
because it's
right
just
now?
exhausting to try
my
to look it
God.
up myself
All right,
and
guys,
type
but
in the numbers.
Wait, real thing.
What?
We should run a marathon.
Here's Kelvin.
Get out of the way, please, he screams. He's going so fast.
This is great. This is a great podcast. Great podcast moment.
Everyone greeted him. There was a big hug.
Yeah, because he set
Yeah.
a world record.
You want to run a marathon?
Yeah, we should run a marathon.
It's going to take 17 years to train for it.
Okay, I'm young. I'm spry.
Now?
I shouldn't have said that.
No,
not a word of that is true.
No.
I'm
we're
not
just gonna
young
take-
nor spry.
I thought you said Sprite.
I'm old and broken. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm
guys.
Sprite.
We'll give you a Sprite.
Yeah, that's about all I can do. I'm gonna run a Sprite.
How far?
I need a Sprite.
If we set to see how far you could run until you gave up, how honestly, how far do you
Jesus,
think it would be?
right now at my life, maybe 1 hour or 1 mile, maybe.
I'm not talking about full speed. I'm just talking about distance.
Yeah, maybe
Half a mile.
maybe 1.5 miles.
You think you could only run like?
Yeah, dude, I don't think you realize what I'm carrying a heavy load.
How about you?
I'm a big guy.
2 marathons. Length.
You could do
52.4
miles.
Yeah.
Based on what math?
Science.
Is that what I asked?
That's also not an answer to the question.
It's not even the same thing.
Look, if I'm tethered to someone,
And they're dragging me along.
Is that someone a car?
I don't need to be alive.
Your skin has just been shredded off.
I don't need to be living.
He's just like, I won.
All right, that was the Man Doozy podcast, everyone. Any closing thoughts? Or are we good here?
Are we good?
I'm inspired to run a marathon.
I could
Honestly,
run. I could run a marathon. I bet I could run.
I can get dragged by a car
for 60 miles.
Oh, you have to get the fuck out of here.
The image is so. And he's like, I won. We won.
And the car just breaks. It's just Alex's body slamming into the back of the...
Yeah, but someone gets out. They didn't know they were dragging. Like, oh fuck!
Oh shit!
But they're running the marathon route.
They're driving the
marathon route
twice.
Let's
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, thank you for watching
the Man Doozy
the
podcast.
My name is Matthew McLachlan.
Why do you keep saying it?
I don't know. I'm just closing it out.
We don't introduce ourselves. What's happening? Listen, we're on all social media platforms. We're on YouTube, Spotify,
iHeartRadio, Pandora,
Apple Podcasts.
I don't know.
Why don't you comment what your marathon time was? Because everyone here has clearly done a marathon.
Sure.
You got any marathon tips that we didn't say that you think we should
finishing
know?
one is probably a big one that we didn't say.
Right. Well, I think we should run a marathon together.
Okay, let's do it.
Cool.
All right. Shake on it.
It'll be a thing where you and I train for like years.
Okay.
Oh, please, just come to me, please. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to do it.
And then this guy wakes up and he goes,
I'm going to do a marathon right now.
I
guess I could just do
I
it.
could just do it.
Goodbye, everyone.
We love you.
Goodbye.
Subscribe, like, share this with your favorite marathoners.
Okay.
Yeah.